Okay, windy day here in Sydney, but I'm going to show you the analysis for Sydney versus Carlton round 11. Had a look into the match notes for this game. Only really Mills is significant out, weather not a factor. Recent form, not too bad. If we have a look here, you'll see for the last 4 weeks, Carlton is given away 334 disposals compared with 354 for the season average. However, that's largely driven by this round 7 game against the Bulldogs, against West Coast. So they've been quite consistent in the way that they're defending. Sydney, similarly, very similar across the last 4 weeks. You can see there's a range of only about 20 disposals. So we're expecting about 360 disposals per team here. At the SCG, I might actually check that. Game venues, total. I've got a thing somewhere here for that. I can't find where it is, but I do know how many disposals at the SCG. It'll come up in the next sheet, in the 2 sheets away that we look at. I've gone through. I've entered the markets for Sportsbet for both the lines and the 20, 25, and 30 plus. Identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys where there might actually be some value. Going to leave everyone else alone. So these guys here will now appear on this list over here. We'll work our way through them. So first player is Blake Acres. We can see here, no matter which way we spin it, recent form, season form, midfielders against Sydney factor, midfielders at SCG, and filtered games. He's somewhere around the 24 disposals tonight. We can see that Sydney, the SCG gives about a 2% reduction to all player disposals compared with the rest of the venues. We can see that midfielders actually increase their disposals at the SCG though by 2.5%, which means that the drop-off is coming from forwards or defenders or both. We'll find out later. And we can see that at the SCG, Sydney actually give up 0.6 more, a little bit more, a few more disposals at that ground than the league average at all grounds. So there's nothing here to say that there should be a particularly low or high disposal count. We should be looking at sort of season averages here. So we can see Blake Acres' season in the green, his different disposals. We can see his average disposal, which has been lifting as the season's gone. And the line here is marked in yellow. Did I just lose my microphone? Maybe. Nope. Alright, so let's have a look at the actual market itself. The other thing is we're not expecting, because there's no key players out, we're not going to look for any key outs. In fact, I might just mark Callum. No, I won't. I'll do it later for Sydney. We also expect that Blake Acres is going to play as a winger, so we don't need to search around for any time he's played in a different position. So we can pretty much look straight at the odds here. If we have a look at the lines, I'm actually thinking that his line of 23.5 is a little bit low. So we've kind of got him at about 24.5. However, I don't know if I'm seeing enough value there. I might just put it in here anyway, just as a note. So what are we doing? Line over, his line is 23.5. We're getting okay value in that. This matters when I put it into my betting sheet later. So we're expecting $1.64, and we are getting $1.82. So small bonus there. So let's just let's mark him as a. Whoop, that should be protected. 1 second, please. This column here should not be protected. Ironing out the bugs. Oops. Okay. Now we should be able to come back over here and say yes. And we move on to Adam Chera. Okay, so Adam Chera is a midfielder with a role midfield. Again, not much to see here. Again, opponent impact. Sydney actually give up more disposals to midfielders in general, but not by too much. Again, we're not getting great value on anything from Chera. His range is a little bit all over the place. If we go back to Acres, actually, his consistency was actually worse, his consistency, because of his 2 bad games. But Chera's range, somewhere between 22.5 and 30.5, and his line sitting pretty much smack bang in the middle of that. I don't see any value on Chera tonight at that line, so I'm going to say no. The only time you might take him is if Cripps or someone is out, he's going to have a bigger role. Speaking of Cripps, okay. Again, so he's had 2 very strange games, and if you ignore those 2 games, he is very, very solid at 25. So obviously one of them was at Adelaide Oval, the other one was at Marvel, so it's not like, it's when he plays away he's bad. So it's a bit of a tricky one. We are seeing value here at 25 plus just, and also under the line. Again, there's only one line where I have him going over. However, I'm expecting Carlton to win tonight. I'm hesitant to take him under. I will just mark him in here at over 25. We'll have a look. There's not a lot of value around at the moment, but I'll put him in. We'll see what we come out with at the end. So we're expecting $1.28. We're getting $1.43. So that's actually, to be fair, it's a better percentage increase on market advantage than Blake Acres is. So probably slightly better. We'll mark him as a yes. Mr. Doherty, now we should see these numbers change because the position's going to change. Doherty, I have him down as a quarterback. Okay, so defenders at the SCG get fucked, and that's probably because the ground is compressed. So, Doherty, it's not a good night to take Sam Doherty according to this. We sort of got him coming in somewhere around the 26 or 27. They are the same. There's slight value under his line, but basically my answer is do not bet on Doherty this evening. There's no value in the market. Probably going to see a similar thing for Sard, actually. Okay. No. So for some reason, obviously he had a really poor game here against Collingwood, and Doherty went big this game. But for some reason, they've got his line really low, and they're giving. Are they really doing that? So they're offering $1.61 for 20 plus, or $1.78 at 20.5. Really, really strong value there, actually. So I'm going to take Sard, and I'm going to take him at. You probably get 20 on the dot, so I won't take him at 20.5 because that's just asking for trouble. So we are expecting $1.44 and we're getting $1.61. And we move on. This guy has been killing it, Errol Goulden. Alright, so there is no form for players against Carlton in the SCG, that's fine. We can see that Carlton actually reduces midfield disposals, particularly the on-ballers, as well as reducing all players. We see Goulden's recent form is obviously outstanding. Aside from this game here, he seems to have really stepped up with Mills out, because he's now a primary midfielder. This is a tricky one. I think I might take him at plus 20. Simply because I just don't see him going under. There's not outstanding value there, but I just think he's a fairly safe bet at over 20, and we're getting reasonable odds. So we're expecting $1.22, and we're getting $1.23, so they're kind of onto us there, but there's only one game today, so it'll be a little bit more expansive. Warner's the other one who's actually been in better form lately. You can see he had a bit of an odd patch here, but now he's really stepped up. Again, with Mills out, starting to really make numbers. You can see he's constantly clearing his line here. We're seeing really good advantage at 25 plus. That seems really, really high. I can't see a world where he gets under 25 in general. So his line's $1.92, or why is the line not better. 166, 130. Okay, so there's that extra disposal. Yeah, okay. So these last 4 games, gone over 25. For the season, he sort of clears this 70% of the time. I'm going to take Warner over 25 at okay value. Again, unfortunately, no great value here, but that's not too bad. We're getting 1 point. We're expecting 136, and we're getting 1.73. So they are my picks for the day. I'm just going to grab this. I think that's going to work here. Take it to my disposal betting. First bet going in here. We're in round 11, I think. And let's see if this works. Yeah, good. Copy. Oh, they did go in. Okay. Let's actually build that very quickly. So we have said Blake Acres. I don't know if I like Blake Acres over the line anymore. I don't know. The sheet said to do it, so we'll do it. So Blake Acres over. Patrick Cripps over 25. See, it's dropped a little bit since I entered them. Adams, got Chad Warner over 25. It's gone up a little bit. Sard and Goulden. Alright, 725. That's it's 7.25. Wager will be 50 because we're going to take advantage of the bonuses that they give us. And I'm going to put it on. I'll do this a bit later, but I'm going to put 200 on that. And I'm going to take it 4 different ways, and we're going to hope that Blake Acres doesn't fuck us. And that is the analysis for this game.